Then, at the proper time, Jesus and the 12 apostles sat down together at the table.
I have looked forward to this hour with deep longing, anxious to eat this Passover meal with you before my suffering begins. For I tell you now that I won't eat it again until it comes to fulfillment in the kingdom of God.
Then he took a cup of wine, and when he had given thanks for it, he said,
"Take this and share it among yourselves, for I will not drink wine again until the kingdom of God has come."
Then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had thanked God for it, he broke it in pieces and gave it to the disciples, saying,
"This is my body, given for you. Do this in remembrance of me."
After supper, he took another cup of wine and said,
"This wine is the token of God's new covenant to save you, an agreement sealed with the blood I will pour out for you." But here at this table, sitting among us as a friend, is the man who will betray me. For I, the Son of Man, must die, since it is part of God's plan. But how terrible it will be for my betrayer.
Then the disciples began to ask each other which of them would ever do such a thing. And they began to argue among themselves as to who would be the greatest in the coming kingdom. Jesus told them,
"In this world, the kings and great men order their people around, and yet they are called friends of the people. But among you, those who are the greatest should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Normally the master sits at the table and is served by his servants. But not here, for I am your servant. You have remained true to me in my time of trial. And just as my Father has granted me a kingdom, I now grant you the right to eat and drink at my table in that kingdom. And you will sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel."